Blessed love, my YouTube family, and once again I want to thank you for joining me here on YouTube. If you have not yet subscribed, remember to go ahead and subscribe. Like the video, share the video, also leave a comment, and if you have not yet hit the notification bell, remember to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever there is a video. So just now I was thinking about the word expectation, and the scripture came to mind that says that the Lord is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask or think. Exceedingly abundantly above. He can do more than what we could even ask or think. And if we should really believe that scripture, there must be some form of expectation. Expecting that what you see now isn't what it always has to be. Expecting that where you are now mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that is not where you have to remain. Believing that there is more. The issue is sometimes we settle for less. We settle for less, man. Whole heap of time we settle for less. Out of just mere complacency, out of just laziness, out of just a spirit of doubt being harbored in our hearts. We settle for less. But today I believe the Lord wants us to remain in a place of expectation. My dog taught me a lesson recently. My dog, not a human being, my actual dog, taught me a lesson. I remember I was preparing some food for him. And I mixed two different types of food. We call it dry food, dry kibble, which are the little pellets, as well as we call it wet food, which is like a meat, chopped up meat. Meaty consistency is more wet. So I was mixing them together. And I remember I was on the counter and some of the pellets, the small pellets, fell to the ground. And the dog, he was hungry. I know he was hungry. But when they fell to the ground, I realized that he just sat there. He never moved. He never looked to the left or to the right. He was sitting focused on me. And right then and there, I'm saying to myself, if my dog can perceive that what has fallen to the ground is not really what is coming his way, why then can't I understand that? So understand that the dog perceived that the real food, the big meal, was still on the counter, and what fell to the ground was only scraps. And that dog just sat there. He just sat there looking at me, waiting in expectation. And I want to encourage somebody today. See, just like how that dog just sat and waited and just looked at me in that moment, I want us to sit and wait and look at God in this moment that you are right now. At this place where you are right now, in that place of what seems to be lack or what may really be lack. In that place that seems to be less than what you know is possible. Sit and look. Keep your eyes focused on the Lord. Nobody look on the scraps. Nobody look on the bits and pieces. Just for example, some people, you're waiting on God, or you should have been waiting on God for a spouse, and because of impatience, you go take up somebody who you knew was not for you. You didn't know, but this person was almost like what God was able to do. Almost, not quite there, but almost. And you settle for the scraps. And I'm not saying this in a prideful way or in a way to demean anyone. I am saying really and truly, sometimes we settle for less than what we are able to get, or less than what God has in store for us. For some people, they settled for less in their spiritual walk. Many times we settle for less in our spiritual walk. God wants to open some things up for us. He wants to give us revelation. He wants to give us insight. He wants to sharpen our discernment. He wants to give us wisdom. He wants to download some word in our spirit. He wants to bring us into a deeper place in our prayer life. But we settle for less, again, because of laziness or because of doubt. Yeah? And this morning, today, even as I think about that word expectation, I want you to continue to expect. I want you to believe again. I want you to throw out doubt. I want you to pray and ask God for cut out every bit of doubt from inside of you, so that you can believe again that, as the word says, that He is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask or think. You know? So remember today, expect, believe. Don't focus on the scraps that are falling to the ground, but look to God. Look to God, who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all you could ever ask or think, yeah? So yeah, man, blessings and peace and grace. And remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. Blessings.